Oh, oh, hey there, neighbor. How are
Oh,
you?
hey, HardHard, HardHard.
What's going on? Long time no see. I mean,
Very long time. It's
have
always
you
been like
got a
2
cup
weeks.
of brown sugar? Do
Oh,
you remember
Daddy is
that one?
feeling much, much better.
Welcome,
Had COVID infection number 2, baby.
welcome, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, to your least favorite podcast that you tune into every week, though, for some stupid reason. We don't know why
Well,
you
one of
do
you does.
it. Well, no, our numbers are going up. I don't know if you got the notifications this week, but
True
like
the roof.
true to roof, we got quite a few new views. Like that's a big thing on on Facebook. Is like if you're getting like new viewers on your shit, it lets you know. So I'm like we're averaging a good like 2 to 5 new viewers every 48 hours. Which
Nice.
I
I
mean, it's
do
not like
actually get the notifications for it, but
yeah, it's not a huge number, but I mean, like considering we really don't put much into this, except for the
uh,
$25 a month it costs to fucking pay for the
we
server.
really don't market at all.
Yeah, I gotta say it's probably thanks to our main bitch Stephanie probably spreading the word and having on some really great fucking guests. Corey Castle, we had on fucking Irish and his lady, we had Ani and Laura. We had on who else have we
Zach
had on? Oh
Amico.
yeah, that's right. Fucking Crackamico. Yeah, that was I think they're, it's helping our numbers just a little bit. And
And
again, we're not
we both had a stinker of a guest that we both, you had one, I had one, so we're
fair
even on the
enough.
shitty one.
Fair enough. But my shitty one is ready for his comeback. Actually, I should arrange for that because he is now sober and on the fucking up and up. So I feel like
As
that'll
long as he comes on a computer instead of his phone with earbuds and everything will be good.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But you know what, dude? We've had some stinkers of episodes just on
Oh
our
my
own
god,
anyway.
yeah, we have. Are you
So
serious?
on that note, welcome to Perfectly Misfit, the show where we have no agenda, the show where uh we have 3 topics we talk about every week, but we really use them as just a fail safe. Uh Dan, tell them what those topics are because I'm gonna
Well, homie, we always talk about what we watch. We watch TV, movies. And then topic number 2, podcast. That is actually our biggest segment because we watch a lot of podcasts, or
we
listen
watch,
to a lot of
listen
podcasts.
to different styles of podcasts, mostly comedy podcasts, but we're all over the place.
All over the place on podcasts, especially me this week. But and then the last one, we are fatty fat McFat motherfuckers. So we talk about food and if we made some good shit because both of us can cook. I'm a griller. I do a lot more shit on the grill. Renee Renee is not as much of a griller only because, apartment lifestyle, but this motherfucker can cook some motherfucking food on the
I've been
stove
grilling a
that you
lot.
only wish you could.
I've been grilling a lot lately. Shout out to Katie and Devin. Katie's house is like near my other bar that I hang out at. She's one of my. She's a lawyer, but like she'll hang out at the bar while doing legal shit on her computer. She's a bad bitch, and her boyfriend lives like even closer to the
Bad
bar.
bitch.
But yeah, like she's got a nice house in the backyard, so I've been grilling back there every other Saturday. We'll talk about some events that happened in that backyard a couple of weeks ago in a later
I
segment.
mean, and we have, we have we really do have a fuckload of segments, but we don't really place them out as segments. Those are the main three. When we run out of bullshit, when we bullshit together about random shit, we switch to those once the topic kind of burns off and we got nothing else to say. But
Yep.
that's the gist of this podcast. We 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 say we don't have any rules or we don't have any real like shit laid out, but we do have those 3, and those are fail safes.
Yeah, those are fallbacks. Whenever we run out of dumb shit to talk about, because all the shit we usually talk about is dumb as fuck, we just go into those fucking other topics. It just makes it easy.
Right, but again, our podcast is mainly talking about other podcasts.
Yep, it really is. Like it's
I
like
love it.
Dan and
Actually, that's my
I.
favorite part.
Yeah, Dan and I really we're very independent in our daily jobs, so we're allowed to just be in our own zone, listening to whatever the fuck we want to, because that just makes the day go by faster than trying to bullshit with your coworkers. So yeah, like Dan and I bond heavily in that aspect, where we
We're
love
also
our.
super antisocial. So
That's all. Yeah, that's also it. It's
that's
just I
really
like.
kind of it.
Yeah, like, but I mean, what's worse than a forced social interaction? There is really nothing worse. Like, it's just
A
like, you
wedding.
know, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's a forced social interaction. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like a thing where you have to go and be like, "Hi, my name's Dan. I'm the groom's fucking second fucking uncle or whatever." Like, yeah, like, how do you
When,
know? How do
speaking of
you know
weddings,
my nephew?
like I brought it up just for shits and gigs, but really, when was the last time you went to a wedding?
The last one that I was invited to. um, and and honestly, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I made an ass of myself. Um, yeah, like that was 6 years ago. One of my old best friends, and I'm just gonna drop his name because like that marriage did
You
not
said
work
it's
out.
old, best friend, so fuck that shit.
Yeah, yeah. Well, so I mean, all right, his girl already didn't like me, and then like after they got married, she got, like,
I wonder why.
yeah, for multiple reasons. Um uh but yeah, like during the wedding, I remember the next day, like at the next day luncheon or breakfast or whatever, like people being like, "Hey, I got some great pictures of you from last night about me." And I was just like,
uh,
"Oh shit." I brought my own bottle to the fucking wedding. I like
there you go. Like a pimp.
Well, I'm just saying, like, literally, there was going to be no Jameson for sale or in the free bar. So I'm sorry, that's what I drink. Why would you want me to be drinking something else? You already know what kind of lunatic I am on JMO. Like
Right.
on other, like that's the one thing I'm good. Me and JMO, we're fucking
Dude, the
good.
last fucking wedding I went to was paid bar. And I
Really?
feel like
Wait, open bar or like you have to pay?
you gotta pay for your drinks. Fuck that shit.
Kind of bullshit ass wedding is that?
Yeah, I didn't stay long. But
So,
go ahead and finish your story because
now,
I'm actually really intrigued. I just was
I
like,
I
I feel your bar thing.
to this day, I regret making it. No, so the question was, what was my last wedding? And Tim was my boy. Tim was he's a great fucking dude, and uh, he he's just like you and I. He's a fuck up, man. Like that. I felt like that relationship was doomed from the start. I never said that to anybody. I never said that to him. I've never said that out loud before. It was a very interesting relationship they had. I watched them for years and years. This is like somebody I went to like 50 different metal concerts with, and
Uh,
he's my boy. He is one of my boys. Like we've fallen asleep on a bus together, like in Manhattan. Like, oh shit, we missed our exit. We're supposed to get off like four stops ago, and now we're in Harlem. Like, I love that fucking dude. But yeah, that was the last wedding I ever went to, and it's funny. I think about that. I think about like how I'm at the age where especially I'm 38, so usually 28 to 35 is when, for people our generation, that's when you got married, if not earlier.
I was
Like
gonna say, yeah, I was married
yeah,
at 23.
yeah,
No,
but
22.
you're a
I'm
redneck.
from
Like
I'm from Michigan, like the Midwest. Like they
yeah,
get married right out of high
yeah,
school
you
out here.
guys fucking like you guys marry your high school
The
honeys.
divorce rate is so fucking high. But no,
So that's the other thing. Like, I'm a child of divorce. I'm a child of watching two divorces in my household. So, like, in my head growing up, in
right.
my head, solid relationship by 28, married by 32, kids by 35. You know what I mean? Like that was like,
Right, right.
yeah. And then I like 28 came around and I'm like, eh, I haven't visited enough countries yet. So we'll
Oh,
push it
dude,
back.
after that, I had that same thing, but at the same time, I was like, after my first deployment, man, I got home and I was home, and I'm like, hoe phase, initiate, like
Yeah,
hardcore. And then
motherfucker,
I
because
met
what
my
you had,
wife.
what, how much money did you have in the bank?
But I bought no, I bought a new Civic, and I mean, I didn't like go crazy hood rich, but I bought shit that I needed. But I met my wife, my ex-wife, right away,
So wait,
and
hold on. Well, I want to get into the money thing because like this is something we never discussed. Come back from deployment, you got a chunk of change in
I
the
got
bank
a
account.
big ass chunk
But
of
so,
change
but
for that time.
what was? Yeah. This is 09, 2010. We're talking, right? This is like,
No, no, it's like '04, dude.
oh, your first deployment. Your first deployment. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. No. I
yeah.
met you. I met you the
'04,
second.
baby.
I met you the other one.
Yeah.
Um. Uh. Uh. uh what like? What was your silly shit? For me, it was like
My
comic.
silly shit
I bought
is
action figures.
oh no, no, no. My silly shit is I got home around St. Patty's Day. I went in. I turned 21 in country, and I was home afterwards. St. Patty's Day in my hometown with a bunch of guys I went to high school with. That I only talk to one of them motherfuckers now, but I bought the entire bar on St. Patty's Day shop of JMO.
And
Uh,
what was that
that was
tab? What was the tab? Do you remember?
1300 bucks.
You fucking retard. Are you
I was
fucking
hammered already, so it didn't matter. Like dude, that was like my one, like, oh fuck me, right?
At least I didn't do
But
anything that stupid. I mean, I've bought definitely a couple
I,
$100 worth of rounds of shots and shit in Brooklyn, but not
yeah,
1,300 in a fucking night.
yeah,
That's a New York City nightclub night. Like getting your own
yeah.
table with a bottle and shit.
Right, right. That I could have got like 3 bottles in Holland,
Dude,
at this Irish pub, and it was like packed. That I kind of half. I don't actually remember, but like I'm pretending I do. But
you remember that number though.
I do remember that number because I've never. Like, I was pissed at that number for a long fucking time, bro. Like I'm. That was. I am 38 now. I was 21, and I still remember that shit, and I still get mad at that. But I had already bought my new car. I had bought $4,000 worth of Led Zeppelin uh, shit because Led Zeppelin was my favorite. It
What
still
like
is my favorite
what
band of all time.
what kind of
Memorabilia.
shit? What kind of
Signed.
shit?
Uh, Led Zeppelin 2 autograph vinyl. Um,
Where is that right now? Where is that right now, Dan?
lost the divorce.
What?
uh, uh, a lot of shit. All right, like all that shit's gone. Like
No.
I mean, Daddy had to sell a lot of shit to pay
Mother.
for that old D word, and
Well, I hope it was a solid investment and you got a good return.
I got more than what I paid. So I
All
mean,
right. All right.
eBay,
So
eBay.
that's where I'm at. So
So
like that's what I actually did make some investments, but unfortunately I left it in the hands of somebody who didn't understand or value. My mom. I left my shit at my mom's place. Like because I traveled a lot, you know that, and like I move a lot and yeah, like but like a lot of the shit I bought a lot of dude, I bought like remember Afro Samurai?
fuck yeah.
Yeah, I have Afro Samurai
Uh,
figurines. I've got
I remember
Final
that
Fan
at Cartoon Network.
yeah, Final Fantasy 7 figurines. Like
Yeah, I didn't play any of that, but yeah,
fair
I know what
enough.
you're talking about.
But I mean like
And I,
I
dude,
got
I
good
had like,
shit.
yeah, okay, so like I got like Spider-Man's first appearance of Black Cat, Felicia Hardy. She's gonna be in a movie here soon.
Nice.
Uh, I got that one. I got the Secret Wars collection where Spider-Man got the black suit, symbiote, and all that
Okay.
shit before he knew it was a symbiote, kind of thing. I got that whole collection. I got most of the '90s X-Men. I bought all that shit. Like actually, like at the time, it was like dirt cheap, like compared to now. Like that
Yeah.
Secret Wars collection now is worth like, I mean, like even a near mint. Like that's what that shit was. Near mint, like 20, 30, 40K somewhere in there on a good day. I
Okay.
bought all that shit for 3 grand total, but I put it all in like like a Foot Locker in my basement of my
Oh
first house.
no. Oh no.
In my first house, and
No,
I
no.
don't know if you remember. I know you
Say
should
don't
because I know we were friends.
say don't
But
tell
that's
me.
when I had that big fucking flood,
I know you were gonna say it. Yeah, I remember. I think I
and I got
remember.
like fucking 4.5 feet of water in my basement, and
I was
all
like,
my shit, all of it got ruined. And like, it is what it is. And I cried, and I still cry every other night about this, but because like that that symbiote, that Secret Wars, that first Secret Wars, fucking comic is worth like 80K on a mint.
uh,
Like, like
I
it's
ever
not
tell you
retirement money, but it's good. Like,
I
fuck,
ever tell
dude.
you the story about like I had some baseball cards
No.
and it was when my little sister was first born. For those who don't know, I have a little sister. She's a half sister, and we're born exactly 10 years apart, almost to the day. Like I was born 83, she's born 93. I'm August 27th, she's August 19th. So we were like 8 days apart. And that was only because my mom was like, get this bitch out of me. I don't want another Virgo in my house. Straight up. She's told me that story multiple times. I'm like, damn mom, all right, I get it. I know I'm an asshole. Um, but yeah, uh upstairs neighbor, I think she went through like a divorce or something like that and had like it's an apartment building in the South Bronx. So like we don't have yard sales. It's you put a little sign in the fucking on the elevator
In the
that
window and
everybody
shit.
rides, and like you put up a sign like yo selling shit this day these hours, basically like the same thing like a yard sale sign, but you just
Yeah.
put it on a piece of
But
paper in
for
the
your
elevator.
apartment.
Yeah, for the apartment. I fucking bought a box about yay maybe like 10 by 10 by 10,
Hmm.
uh 10 by 8 by 10. And they were fucking I remember I had a Thurman Munson card in there. I had a Ken
Yeah,
Griffey
the
card.
Kirby Puckett rookie.
I had a Ken Griffey fucking rookie card in
Yeah, I
there.
had Ken Griffey rookie. That's gone.
Bro,
Nolan Ryan rookie gone.
I had Conseco, I had a Nolan Ryan.
Yeah.
I remember these fucking mutton chops.
I had a
I,
signed
I
Barry Sanders rookie.
bro,
Oh,
I was maybe between 10 and 12 years old, and my dad uh convinces me. He's like, Renee, you got some nice cards there, you should you should let me hold on to them so that way your new little sister doesn't get into them and ruin them. I've never seen those cards again. Damn.
shit. Yeah,
I've
no,
no,
mine are all gone in the flood. But like, yeah,
bro,
Ken
I
Griffey
wish I
rookie,
had
Barry Sanders rookie signed, fucking
Dan,
Shaquille
Dan,
O'Neal, Grant Hill rookie card.
Dan,
Since they
I'm
were,
telling you the ones that I remember off the top of my head. And
yeah, these are the ones that are like worth. Like, there was a Fleer, fucking Grant Hill, Shaquille O'Neal hologram card, both sides. All right, that card is worth. I mean, it's not. I mean, like it's like $500, but like,
still still
bro, like all that shit adds up. And
I mean,
then,
granted, I
yeah, dude, I
probably,
lost everything.
being the pothead that I am, I probably would have fucking sold those things in my 20s for pot or
Oh,
something.
both of us would have got rid of all that shit before it should have been sold. But it is what it is. Like my mom and dad
Imagine.
first got married. All right, my dad. This is where I get my comic book shit from. My dad was like a massive comic book collector. All right, like dad had Superman #1, Spider-Man, number
Superman
one.
1? Superman 1, like Detective Comics #1?
Yeah. Batman #1, like Green
I think that
Lantern
one's like
number
a
one,
quarter I think that one's a
fucking
$250,000, that Detective Comics.
The Flash #1, Captain, like like he had all this shit. And then when my mom and dad got married, he had it in a box, and my mom threw that shit out. And my dad always told me, like, whenever we talk about it,
Or a sorry,
he
Action
still get
Comics. Sorry, it's
when he
Action
get
Comics, not
like we
Detective
talk
Comics.
about it, he'd get pissed. And he's like, the day I found out your mother threw away my comics was the day I almost divorced her and left her. Like, and he was dead fucking serious. He's like, that's how I knew I loved your mother to death, because I didn't fucking leave, and I should have. And like, mom threw away like $1 million now, like now, worth of
Yeah,
comics. But back then they were fucking 10 cent, whatever, like
yeah,
whatever comic. But
my buddy Wilson, he's our age as well. I think he might be, like, a year or 2 older than us, but, he, he's got a stack of comics, and I think actually his daughter's coming close to that age where, like, he has a collection that Lovell, get out of there. Hey. Um, where he has a collection that he knows is gonna pay for his kids' college at least. This is
oh,
my this is my guy that I go to whenever I have any questions about anything Marvel or, Star Wars. This is my
so
boy
I got
Wilson. I used to go to, you probably have seen pictures of me and him. Like, we always go to opening day at Yankee Stadium. This is my Yankee
the
buddy.
that's fucking awesome. And like the only thing that I have now that's
Oh,
worth any money is Seth MacFarlane's very first Spider-Man comic ever. It's signed by Stan Lee. I just got to go to a Comic Con where Seth MacFarlane is, and I can get him to sign it, and then it'll be worth some money. Like, not like a crazy amount, but like something. Like, I don't even give a fuck if it's worth $100. Like, but like just to get that signature,
the only comics I
be
have,
true.
um the only comics I really have right now, are I have most of the Spawn series. I think I might be missing 3 books. I have a good majority of the Max series,
The
which I don't know if everybody knows, but, like, I have a giant Max tattoo on my leg that I got the day before I went to see Dan.
Detroit.
Yeah, I came over to visit Dan right after getting that tattoo, and that was kind of a huge mistake. Um, uh, and I think I have the majority of the books for the original Star Wars. A lot of people don't know Star Wars did a comic, with Marvel,
Yeah. Well,
and
yeah, back in the 90s, right?
70s, 80s.
No,
I
no,
think.
no. Well, the comic book, I didn't think they started until like the late late 80s, early 90s. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not going to
I
proof
think
check it. I
I
believe
can
everything you're saying
I can go
because I
get them.
know that's going to be worth some money.
Yeah, I got a good chunk of them, and, like, I got them from, Midtown Comics, so, like, some of them I paid, a few bucks for, but some of them I paid, like, 30, $60 for because 'cause they're, like, like, more rare and better condition, so,
Iconic,
yeah, I mean, I honestly didn't even check. I just was like, "60, give me."
I
And
used to have a shitload of the GI Joe comic books too,
oh,
and
shit, actually, I got a bunch of those as well. I got a bunch of those around, but not, like, I didn't work towards completing that series. Like,
oh man, I had a fuckload of them.
I
My
know it for a
my
fact.
whole like if I ever get money, dude. Like if we ever get money, I know we won't. I know I won't. I'll be broke my whole life, and I'm cool with that. But if I ever did, I want the complete '90s Jim Lee X-Men series, like the whole series that they made the fucking cartoon off of. That's what I fucking want. That's my life goal is to get that entire series. Our boy Matt, he has it.
Nice.
He's like
Yeah.
missing like 3 or 4,
The three
whatever
that
here
I
and there.
The 3 series that I have, I'm really trying to complete eventually. I like but I'm that kind of person where I can become very obsessive about things. So like I haven't even really gone through what I have to see what I'm missing. Because once I find out what I'm missing, I'm gonna end up wasting money trying to fill those gaps when
I'm the same fucking way, dude.
I don't need that right now. I don't need it. I want
Right.
it. Of course. I haven't even like literally these books are sitting next to my fucking air conditioner. Like I haven't opened them and they haven't been opened in at least 4 or 5 years. I've been here
Yeah. Oh,
3
dude, I
years.
get the same way. That want becomes a need,
Yeah.
and you can't change it. It becomes an absolute need. You gotta fucking have
I ever tell
it.
you about my problem with Blu-ray?
No, but like that's why I stopped doing like you know me. I've got a fuckload of Funko Pops, right?
Yeah, bro.
All right,
I ha-
like
I have 4 here. Back home, I've got like 20 something. Yeah.
I've got like I don't know, close to 3 grand, 4 grand into Funko Pops.
Some of them are
Okay,
dope.
easily,
Dude,
easily,
back home,
and I had to stop.
back home, I have the crystal ship. I have the fucking trailer from the Winnebago from Breaking Bad.
Yeah,
Yeah, where they
dude,
made all the fucking meth. Like I had
the
that. I have
fucking
that.
there's a fucking Walgreens exclusive Venom, which is the first one that they did that I've been look. I had to stop because on eBay it would go for like 100, $200, and I'm like, these things are $10. Like, I've got a
Sometimes they're
group
40, 30, but yeah.
I've got a group that was in like one of the first fucking nerd boxes. Like now Marvel bought that and like they have Marvel boxes and all the
Dude,
worth of
they
all
bought
the
all the
shit
loot box.
away.
Remember what was the other one? Was it loot box? Loot crate? Loot
Yeah,
crate.
yeah.
Loot
Loot
crate.
Crate.
Remember that?
That's where it is. It
Loot
was like
crate.
when Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one came out.
Yes. Yes.
All
Oh yeah,
right,
dude.
Groot.
Remember when I used to like try to make videos about that?
All right, Groot. They gave you a Funko exclusive pop of Groot with the glow in the dark hand.
I had that.
Right, I have that. Guess how much that bitch is worth?
Oh no. I wonder where it is.
2,500 bucks right now.
I hope that's still in my mom's
They
house. Oh my
only made they only made like 500 of them.
I had that. I swear to fucking God I had that.
I have it, and it's sitting on my shelf. And I have
Well,
like other ones that are worth
I'll give you
good
500
money.
for it.
I'm not. That's the fucked up thing. It's like I'm not selling any of them because I have a weird attachment. Like I love every one of them, and like I'm at a point where also, like I said, I can't find the ones that I need to complete my series, but I've also run out of fucking room to display them. Like I am fine. Like uh, I have a bookshelf, and it's fucking full of them, and it's like a bookshelf that's like pretty fucking deep, right? And it's
Yeah.
like boxes deep, where you can't even see half the fucking things I have on there, and I forget what ones I have. Yeah, and then like I've got like 4 or 5 that I bought triple of because I'm like, oh, I didn't know and then I overpaid for
See
them because I'm an asshole.
I've always been going for the Star Wars one. Those are those are the ones I've been honing in on for the past like 3 years or so, especially like since they rebranded. I really did like mostly what Disney did with Star Wars.
Yeah.
I know you don't give two fucks about Star Wars, but I mean but when it comes to, we're talking about Funkos really here.
When we're
It's,
talking about
but yeah,
obsession,
but you have
I
to like,
love obsession.
what I'm saying is though, like you have to with Funkos, you have to pick a lane. What's the
Absolutely.
what do you get? What's your
I
like
only get
only
Marvel
Marvel?
exclusives, only
Okay, so there
Marvel
you go. Yeah,
exclusives,
yeah.
and it has to be I get exclusive from 3 places and 3 places only. Walgreens, because I can go there. and like normally my Walgreens has the exclusives that came out like the season prior.
Yeah.
They get them late, so that's awesome. Because then you buy them at $10 and they're already worth 20. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I buy them from Hot Topic
Okay.
uh, .com. I don't go to the mall because fuck
No,
that
you
shit.
did not. No, you did not just drop that website, you son of a bitch. We
I
do not.
did
We are
because,
not that corporate, you son of a bitch.
dude,
You better
it's
send me
got
some of that
honestly
sponsorship
like
money.
Hot Topic has got some of the best exclusives.
Hey Dan,
They've got oh fuck me. All right,
we,
I
we
don't want
didn't
to stop.
we didn't do it at the
I
beginning.
know
It's
we did.
fine.
We're 30 minutes in. All
I
right,
know.
here you go. L'chaim, bitches. But yeah, Hot Topic has the best exclusive, especially for Marvel.
Make it fast
Especially when
because
it
we.
came to Wolverine. Dude, I'm getting so excited. Uh, fucking especially when it comes to Wolverine, Deadpool, Cable, all the X Force, all the old school X Men. They had the coolest exclusives. Barnes and Noble had some pretty cool exclusives for a little bit,
Oh,
and
really?
then Barnes and Noble kind of fucking went off
What
into
about
fuck off.
Walmart and Target? Like, do you ever like?
Okay, so Target has
Actually,
the
hold on. Let me ask you a real question because, like,
uh,
if we're gonna get like real nerdy on the Funko level, um, do you have any chases?
okay, so
Because
you
those
have
that's when it comes to exclusivity, those are for those who don't know, chase means like super exclusive, super limited number, and like like this is the one like hey that's why they're called the
all
chase
right.
because
So
you're gonna chase after them trying to find them.
okay, yeah, all right. So I have three of them, and again, I already talked about the group with the glow in the dark hand. There is a Weapon X Wolverine uh, with red eyes that glow in the dark. They're like actually like almost like a jewel. That's a Hot Topic exclusive. I have that. That's Weapon X is Wolverine. Before he's Wolverine, and then I got four. Also two other Hot Topics. The X Force Wolverine again, gray and black suit. It's sick as fuck. With glow in the dark red eyes. Uh, that one, and then my last one is a Batman. Same Batman Beyond, same thing, but like the bat signal is red, glow in the
Nice,
dark,
almost like
and
the
then the eyes are red and glow in the dark.
almost like the cartoon.
Um, yeah, dude, it's fucking awesome. They're all worth, I mean, like a couple $100 now. Like the Groot one is the one that's worth the most, but that's because Groot they only made 500.
God, stop
Uh,
talking about it, bro. I'm just praying I still have that in my mom's house.
and then the Wolverine one is like around like $200-300, give or take, because they only made like 1,000,
That's pretty
and it
cool.
was like an online exclusive thing.
Oh, so
And
and for everybody who knows, we keep talking about the group thing. I don't know. I assume not a lot of people know about those. So actually, people know about them now. They're it's a subscription box, but Loot Crate was like one of the
the
originals.
first that was the first that
Yeah,
anyone knew about.
yeah.
It was
Loot
like
Crate
it was
was just
before
like
like Geek Box.
subscription.
It was
Yeah,
before
yeah.
yeah.
It was just strictly for nerdy shit, video game shit. And then after like 6, 12 months, they like leveled up and you can buy like different kind of categories if you were more
I
sci-fi, more Marvel, whatever
so
the fuck.
I'm not arguing with you. I think I 100% think you're right on that. But I think it was like a year into Loot Crate where they sold off to Marvel or
Oh,
Disney,
I don't know. I
and
didn't know they sold Alf
then
and the
Disney, yeah, because Loot Crate split from they have a Marvel box, they have a Star Wars box, they have, like they have like your Disney character box now. It got fucking retarded. It got really fucking stupid.
yeah, I mean,
Loot Crate was like amazing.
my
Um,
my only yeah, it was okay. My uh biggest grief with them, and I will still never forget this. Fucking, it's been what 10, 12 years, however long it's been. But my biggest grief with them was they had. Do you remember the Mega Box, where it was just like once a month, one subscriber could win
Got like a free random thing, and it was a Funko that like they only made 2 of,
no,
right? Oh,
no.
okay.
This was I'm talking about, bro. I'm talking about the very, very, very beginning. They once a month would have a thing where somebody would get an actual crate. It would be like a big ass thing filled with like 10 grand worth of shit.
Yeah,
It would be
okay.
like a
Yeah.
computer, a
Yeah,
rare
yeah.
one of a kind Funko, like a fucking a motorcycle. Like it would just be like
Yeah, dude, it was
crazy
always an
shit.
Alienware computer too, by the
Yeah,
way.
yeah, yeah. But
And
my biggest grief was that every month somehow the person who won was an influencer. It
hmm,
was like,
that's
huh,
weird.
huh. It was always everybody who won one of those boxes already had like 42,000 followers on Instagram. Huh.
Or it would.
I
I
wonder
remember
how that
it was
worked.
like
Huh.
it'd be
Huh.
like a lot of the gamers and shit that were on like YouTube
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
whatever.
Huh.
They'd always win that because they'd
Huh. And that
get
is that
X amount of people would subscribe because of them.
no, but like
But well,
that wasn't the
that
rules
wasn't
put
part of
forward.
it, but
Yeah.
that's
It
how
was
they
like,
won.
hey, if you bought the box and subscribed every month, you have the
Yeah.
chance to win. But every single
I know. I
month,
remember that because
you
Logan Paul, and I'm not a Logan Paul fan, but I remember Logan Paul winning one of those crates.
shit, I don't even remember that. But I remember
And
a bunch of low levels who probably I don't even know I probably couldn't even ID them today. But I remember
yeah,
that grief that I always had with them was like, yeah, wait a minute. Everybody who wins, like you don't have a
yeah.
single like little black kid or like, you know what I mean, like a
Right.
random
It can't be
Puerto
some
you know what I
asshole
mean,
out
like
of
a
fucking
random yeah,
Oklahoma.
random Puerto Rican in the Bronx, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like not one, not like again, this looks all fancy and shit like that, but what I'm talking about
Yeah.
12,
It was
10
like a
years
10
ago.
grand. It was like a 10 grand crate.
Yeah, yeah, seriously. They were like, yeah,
And
this one's
it
gonna
was
be
like
the
fucking
craziest
the
one.
shit. I remember that.
$15,000 and you got a fucking,
Once you
get the
said it was a big
chair.
ass crate, and
Yeah,
I was like, "Oh fuck, I remember that." Yeah, and
yeah.
it was like the crate like that fucking Ben Stiller opened up in Night at the Museum 2 that had all the fucking
Mhm.
people like it was like
Like
it was like
you
the
need a
best
pry
size
bar.
crate.
You're gonna need a
Yeah,
pry
you need
bar.
a crowbar. Yeah. To open
Yeah.
that motherfucker up. Hell
It
yeah.
was
I
it was
remember that shit.
such a
God
fucking
damn, dude.
that was yeah, I'm
All of a
sorry.
sudden
I brought it back, but this is some bullshit.
we went way back. But I know when I stopped I stopped getting Loot Crate uh the month before it sold the Marvel. And I know why. I know why I remember that. I'll get to that in a second. But sorry. Um my last crate from Loot Crate was a Mars Attacks box.
Ooh, I
And
didn't get that one.
it was the shit. And it came with an exclusive Mars Attacks Funko. Um that my fucking kids, they were young still, so I'm not mad at them.
So they
But
ripped it
like
open and destroyed it.
they played with it and they broke the alien. He's actually worth quite a bit of money. I stopped looking when it stopped at like 500.
Jesus.
Uh, it just pissed me off. But this is why I know they sold the Marvel
I,
because the next
guys, just
fucking
so
box.
everybody knows, I'm looking longingly at my Funkos right here now. I'm like, 10 years, guys. 10
It was before Age of Ultron, the
Ooh,
movie, because that first Funko box that came with that was the original Hulkbuster uh, Loot Crate box that was now a Marvel box.
okay.
Uh, it came with the Hulkbuster that had, and I'm shitty that I missed it, but
No, I'm gonna say, dude, I really don't think they sold out to one or the other. I feel like they just made a deal with everybody. Because if I remember correctly, there was a time
maybe.
where you can get a Marvel or a DC box.
Well,
I feel like
I see. I swear to God, DC has their own like deal with. I swear, because
oh,
like
oh,
WWE
oh,
has a box.
oh,
Whoop whoop
oh.
whoop.
I don't know about that,
I
brother.
swear to God,
Oh,
every little franchise has a
fucking
box.
racial
But
frustration, brother.
that fucking Hulkbuster had detachable arms that were magnetized.
There's a Funko.
Yeah,
Oh,
and like
Jesus, that
it
sounds
was
dope.
like, dude, it was fucking deck the fuck out. It's worth a lot of money now.
All right, all right.
Not
We're
not
stuck on
crazy.
a fucking Funko loop.
I
Um,
know, dude.
yeah,
Dude,
well,
this
and
is
we're
like
40
the
minutes in, so
best.
let's get into
This
our
is the
stupid
best.
segments so we can uh
This is my
let's start
favorite
with
episode we've done. But yes, let's go. Let's go
let's
with
yeah,
podcast.
because like Dan, just so everybody knows, we started a little early today because Dan's been working early at work, so it's just going to be a little easier for if I can accommodate to get the show done a little earlier for Dan. I'm going to try and do so. So that's the only reason I'm pushing us along here. um I'm going to do things in a certain order for a reason. Dan, let's get into food first.
Ooh,
Let's be fat first, bro. Because I mean,
I'm good with being
honestly,
fat. Uh, so it's grilling season now. All right,
grilling. Yeah, we grilling.
we grilling. Uh, and I know, like, dude, like I did steaks a couple weeks ago, burgers a couple weeks before that. I did burgers, brats, uh,
Basics,
so
basics. No, no, no. You know, I don't want
basics.
to hear about that shit, brother.
No, no,
That's
no,
not
no,
what I
no.
want to hear about. That's not what
Hold
this
on.
segment is a fucking about. I don't want to hear about your fucking
Hey, but
Johnsonville brats. All right.
hey,
Tell me about the goodies. Tell me about the good
the
stuffs.
burgers are
Look. Even Lobo's like, yeah.
ground
Tell
beef.
him. Lobo
Made
said,
them
"What's
hand
up?"
patties myself.
Okay, ground
Chopped up
beef.
some jalapenos.
We doing some 80-20 or what? 80-20 on the percentages of what?
Ain't
Are we
20 obvious, because that's where you get the good shit. All right,
okay?
but
All right.
I stuffed them.
It's like 50
Stuffed them
cents
with
more
some
a pound, but we're good.
jalapenos. Stuffed them with some jalapenos and some Gouda. Stuffed it with some jalapenos and some Gouda. Gouda cheese, by the way. Made
What are
that
you
in the
doing? What are you
burger,
doing?
grilled
You
that
doing some
shit.
Lucy Juicies or Juicy Lucy's?
They, dude, I just fucking like stuffed all that shit in there, made it all up, and fucking made patties out of that, and grill them up. Dude, I fucking if you tried to grab one off the grill before I got mine, I'd punch you in the goddamn face over that shit.
All right, so
Not
no,
even playing. They
the
were
Juicy
good shit.
Lucy is Juicy Lucy's a famous burger where they do like a patty, little clunk of cheese or whatever and whatever you want else in the middle. And then they do another patty and they make it into like a thing. It all
Oh
melts
no
in
no
the
no!
middle. What
I
do you?
take that,
So that's what I'm saying. Break it down for us, bro.
bro. You take the mixing bowl with all the fucking couple pounds of meat, couple pounds of fucking ground beef. Throw all your mixins in. You mix that shit up barehanded, cause fuck germs. Take that shit, COVID. Fucking,
Yeah,
you know,
that's
put
where the
all that
flavor
shit
is.
and make that patty. Make that patty. Make that patty. Throw that bitch on the grill.
Okay.
So they're it's
But wait, hold
everywhere.
on, motherfucker.
All the
Hold on. You didn't mention the cheese. Where's the cheese? Is
I said Gouda was in it, bro.
so? Is it a shredded? You shred the Gouda or
Nah, dude,
something?
I cubed it. Small cubes of Gouda.
Interesting.
It's fucking amazing.
How often do
It's
you
like a
clean it?
smash burger, bro.
How often do you clean your grill?
Uh, every time I use it, bro.
It's like
Like
Jesus.
before and after.
That sounds like a cheesy ass mess, and
And
I'm
it's no,
here
dude, it
for it.
wasn't. Dude,
I'm here
It
for it.
wasn't bad actually. I'm not gonna lie.
Shit.
Like that
I'm not gonna lie.
it
I'm
was
here
the
for
shit.
it anyway.
Bro, you gotta try my new grill. That's the biggest thing too. Is
Yeah,
like
I definitely.
that new grill.
I'm overdue for a visit over there. I was trying to go back so I can finish my tattoo, but uh, that guy now lives in California. So
I thought you were gonna say you fucking overdosed. So
no, I mean, come on, dude. Not all of my tattoo artists are alive. For nope, sorry, I don't know. Both of my arms, I have no idea where they are. Literally, both of my fucking arms. I
Uh,
like, yeah, I have no idea where they are. The main one, he did like one and a half of the arms. I don't even really want to talk to him. He's a fucking piece of shit. And this is a problem from I have with him since 2010. Yeah, he's the guy who got my. Actually, we were talking earlier about what I spent all my money. Was these were This is probably like $5,000.
uh,
Both of these arms.
well, what
Yeah.
did you get at Dick's?
What?
You got the koi fish at
Yep.
Dick's.
I'm not gonna show that.
Yeah,
It
it's on your
looks so
cap.
old
I
school.
forgot.
I'll say, yeah, yep.
Yeah,
It,
no one can
it,
see it. Don't worry about it. There you go.
it's definitely
I
what
remember
sucks.
that.
Yeah, the only reason that one didn't last as well as the others because I mean this dragon was like one of my very first tattoos. Not what's around it. What's around it was done by the other guy. But I got that. I got the koi fish right before I had to deploy. So like I had my tattoo
Can't take
fresh tattoo.
care of it
Yeah,
because you got
a
to
fresh
fucking wear your uniform
tattoo.
all the time.
Yeah, fresh tattoo needs a good balance of moisture, fresh air, and like a balance of like being like clean, on a regular basis. And I went to Iraq and I had to wear long socks that went up to my knees,
Yeah.
and I was in Kuwait for a month or 3 weeks, and then I went to Iraq in a black
Yeah.
hawk.
Well,
Those are not the
well,
best healing
that lighting
conditions.
doesn't help. I got to
No,
fix that lighting sometime. You can't
yeah,
see it because of the lighting. Right here. That first one right here. That's old 80s Spider-Man. Uh, I'll get better lighting next time. I got that bitch when I was 16. My dad was a trucker, all right?
go
And he's
on.
gone for like a week at a time. And I went to my mom and I said, either you sign this release form or I'll just have one of my friends do it. I was a fucking dick. So I got it
Yeah,
done.
I was gonna say, good job, buddy.
Yeah, that was so fucked. But
Respect all women. Respect all.
oh god, fucking
So,
idiot.
yeah, off of the bad tattoo segment.
It's not a
That'll be
bad
a whole
tattoo.
other
It's actually like, I mean, I love them. I only have one tattoo I regret,
shit. I
but
should have
like,
brought it up earlier when we had 5 viewers at one point. Now we're down to two. But before I
yeah,
forget, I have to promote this
prank
shit
one.
just because this is like I like doing shows with friends that friends produce. So I'm gonna go ahead and promote my shit before I get into my dumb food thing because I don't even think I even. Oh no, I did have a good pizza. Um, uh, I do a lot of other podcasts. I've been doing podcasts for years before I did this one, and only a few of them have me back a lot. And on the Podscure network, we I get invited a lot onto a lot of shows. I should probably try and get Dan on with the show.
Before you finish this, you do a lot of podcasts, but this is the best one.
Of course, we're not even talking about that yet. We'll talk about that later. But I am going to be on a podcast tomorrow called Disputed or the Disputed Pod. I think it's the
It's the
Disputed Pod.
Disputed Podcast. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can find it on YouTube. Disputed Podcast.
Yeah, or podscure.com. Like, I believe they also have disputedpod.com. And it's a podcast where we argue fictional characters. I was lucky enough to do an episode a couple of weeks ago that drew quite a big attention just because I got thrown a curveball. I was told I was debating. It's a debate podcast, or it's we did Jason Bourne versus the Transporter, and I was told I'm doing the transporter. Actually, I told them I was doing the transporter, and they said no problem. I show up the day of the show, and there were some complications, some confusion, and the other guests showed up dressed as the transporter.
Uh
So,
oh.
so, um,
Did you have
yeah,
to switch?
yeah, Dan, yeah,
Oh, baby. I love
Dan.
that spoiler alert. My bad. I didn't
No,
mean
no,
to
no,
necessarily
no, no,
bring it
no.
up,
It's
but
the episode.
Jason
The
Bourne
episode.
is way better.
The episode starts with the disclaimer that hey, the production fucked up because they all were all like trying to crack on me, like, aha, Renee is fucking, stoner. He got it wrong. And 5 minutes into the podcast, I screenshot the host. Dean's been on the show. You know Dean.
Ugh.
Our longest episode almost was, I think, Dean or Corey they're a close tie. But Dean, I sent Dean the fucking screenshot. And I'm like, in mid episode, I'm like, hey Dean, do me a favor, check your text, please. He goes, yeah, I'll check my text. He goes, oh, I see his face go, yeah. And yeah. So, but one of the um one of the accolades I received for that episode was the ability to switch on a dime. And that's one thing I love about this show is that if you need to be a good debater. Well, you need to uh and everybody knows I get, your boy likes to have a good time
Get a
when
little
he's doing that.
saucy here.
Yeah, any podcast I do. There's no podcast I've done where I don't get a little saucy. I do multiple different genres of fucking podcasts, mostly all comedy, but um different types. Yeah, I pulled the 180, bro. I pulled the 180, and the reason I am so proud of myself is because what did I do? I utilized my knowledge against my enemy. So, like, what did I do? I spent almost a week and a half preparing for that show, like ready to defend Frank from the transporter.
Right, right.
And what did I learn in the same time? All of his fucking
All of
weaknesses.
his weaknesses. Yep.
Yep. So yeah,
See this? I
I
told him I wanted to do that podcast, and I told him to pick any Marvel character.
well, let's see if we can figure something out for you.
Bro,
So again,
I will.
this is why I'm bringing it up. Unfortunately, they're not getting a lot of engagement on the show, folks. That's why I'm promoting it right now. Tomorrow, I'm going to be on, and if you guys have not seen these movies, you really should in the first place. Uh, I'm going to be defending a character named Ting. He is a village folk kind of person, but from a community or village of people who all are martial arts experts. And I'm, I'm I'm going to be very very vague, so I can don't give up what I'm bringing to the table tomorrow. Um, he is a person who's great at martial arts, and is fighting basically for his village kind of thing. And what's it? Sorry, what's the word? Adjudicator. My adjudicator, the person who will be debating against me, will be defending against Beatrix Kiddo, uh, who is from Kill Bill. Kill Bill is one of my favorite movies, so it is going to be so hard um, to not like when I did the last episode, Transporter versus Jason Bourne. I had already seen the Bourne identity, and they're a lot more recent. I feel like, and a lot more prominent than the Transporter series. So it was very easy for me to utilize the knowledge I had from both of those movies to argue my point. Um, but that being said, tomorrow is going to be very difficult. So that's what I'm doing right now, just promoting my shit. That was the other thing I was going to bring up was that the show really needs more fan engagement. So if you guys, we would really appreciate it. I would really appreciate it. If you guys tuned in tomorrow, disputedpod.com. I will double check that site right now. And yeah, like just tune in, leave a comment while the show's going on. After the show airs is when the judging starts. Um, so like the way it works is like you guys watch the uh you watch the episode, you hear the both points, and then you go back after after the show is done and you vote, and then you have about a week or so, and then the votes get tallied, and on the next episode they will they'll pull out the results. And what's even more awesome, Dan will appreciate this. So when the next episode of Disputed comes out, it shows the results of the voting from the week before. And the way they show who won is they have a simulation on WWE 2K of the two fictional characters. So, yeah. Actually, you know what? So, on that note, I should probably just put it up. I'm gonna fucking put it up because
What time does
it's
that
not.
episode? What time does it air? So we can make
Um,
sure we
I
can come up
believe it's going to be seven. It'll be 9:45 Eastern Standard Time. It's 7:45 my time. It usually really wrecks my day when I do this podcast, but I like it, and I really appreciate even just being invited on in the first place. So come on, upcoming. This is upcoming. I'm just trying to find. Oh crap! Hit the subscribe button because Renee.
while you're looking for that shit, you didn't do your fatty fat segment.
Um, I got it. Oh, that's right. The pizza. Right? Was it? No, that pizza was trash. Never mind. Um, honestly, I haven't had much good food lately. I've
No.
been, I've been just working so much, and just on the move. I and broke. Honestly, just like I wish I had more money to like uh get into some really good grubs because this is the time of year where like the food trucks come out. Like where like Denver really starts to thrive with their food. But no, I've got nothing I can think about. And we're 2 weeks apart because you weren't on last week's episode.
I was.
So
Yeah, no, you're right.
yeah, no, I had a pizza come over. It was supposed to be like a pepperoni extravaganza. Did not have extra pepperoni on it. I asked for it well done. Was not well done, and it was slid over. It was like like part of it was like kind of smushed the fuck in. Um, but here I
Again,
got.
dude, I will bring it up that saying, I
Oh
apologize
shit!
via
Remind
text.
you. Fuck. Sorry.
Oh, no, you're good.
I
I
just remembered. I
apologize
did.
via
I
text with you, and I appreciate you so much for being going solo. It's Corey Castle, so it's an obvious easy
I
podcasting,
did
and I
not
did
go
do it.
solo. That handsome motherfucker carried this show.
It was a very good show, and again, I was so fucking sick. I had COVID. COVID went around my household. Everyone here had it. It sucked. Um, but as of like Monday, honestly, that's when I started feeling better. I think I had a version of the long term COVID. I had a lot of burning in my lungs and all that good shit. But
Yep,
fucking
it sucked.
Monday, I felt fucking
But
great.
yeah, all
So
right, check this out. If I remember correctly, this should be the one. Yep. Oh my god, it's Jason Bourne. So this is not licensed. This is these are created by fans of the show. who they
Oh,
make.
really?
Yeah, seriously. Like this is I forget their name, but they're a couple where they make these characters, and they also do the Letterkenny people. Like you can download these
Okay.
on the game. But yeah, it's Jason Bourne versus the Transporter.
Nice.
But yeah, look,
Uh,
it's a great.
I know you know what's sad? I know the move sets that they're
Yeah,
using.
exactly.
Like, cause
But I mean, just
unfortunately I own
I
these
feel like
games.
the effort put into making them look so much like the characters. It's so cool. It's
Yeah,
so cool.
they fucking killed it.
But yeah, so this is how the Disputed podcast. Look, it puts the Disputed podcast in the background. It says it on the mat.
Mhm.
That's awesome. That's pretty cool. You know, it's a fun little show, but it's a niche. And your boy, I was supposed to defend Transporter, but I knew all his fucking weaknesses, so I fucking took the W. That's what I'm asking of everybody this week. Besides, telling a new friend about our dumb show, watch me tomorrow, vote next week, or voting. I think probably it'll come out in 24 hours after the show comes out. Vote for you know, vote for me.
Vote
What's
for him, obviously.
um, I'm gonna crush it tomorrow. It's gonna be weird. Like it's a very weird characters, Asian versus a wannabe Asian.
Like anime characters.
No, tomorrow is Ting versus Kill Bill. Ong Bak versus King Kill
Oh,
Bill. You know Ong Bak.
I
You've
don't.
seen Ong
No,
Bak.
not at all. No, no.
Really?
I've
Oh,
seen Kill Bill,
Thai
but
Warrior. Fucking Thai Warrior. Dude.
uh,
Dude, Ong
I
Bak
think
had
I've
it's a
seen like
it's a three-part movie. There's three movies, but I'm
on
really only
Netflix, right?
no. This is Ong Bak's going to be a little harder to find. This was a very foreign one, and it also came out while we were deployed, bro. That was
Okay.
yeah, this was a big one. Maybe like 5 years before we got deployed, the first one came out, and then when we were deployed, probably like the second one came out, and it got a little more modern and shit. But this is like very much more. What's the word? More jungle fueled. Like this is like yeah, I will fuck up your like I will break your leg in one kick kind of shit. Like
Okay.
yeah, like Thai like when Thai boxing became pop Muay Thai
Right.
yeah
Right.
dude. Yeah.
I,
This was
they
the
should do.
pinnacle of Muay Thai.
I bet they have, and if they haven't, and but they need to do Frank Dukes from fucking Bloodsport versus like literally anyone. And
John
Frank
Claude,
Dukes.
John
Yeah.
Claude versus
No, John Claude, but Frank Dukes, that character
okay,
from
yeah, I
Bloodsport
know, yeah.
versus anyone.
Anyway,
Because
and
John Claude Van, that whole movie, from what I understand, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, and I don't care if I'm wrong because we don't fact check.
no,
But
no, this is perfect.
from what I
This is perfect
understand, that movie,
transition. This is perfect transition into movie and TV. So, because we're at an hour, so yeah, let's go.
I thought that that movie is what inspired Street Fighter.
Okay, I can see that.
But I don't fucking know because I don't fact check and fuck that
Yeah, I
shit.
was gonna say the game probably came out a little before the movie. I want to say Street
I
Fighter
don't think
came out.
so because in the movie they had that karate game. Like there's like a that's how Frank and the fucking other American like bonded.
Yeah, that big motherfucker, right?
Yeah, the guy who played uh that the like the football player in Revenge of the Nerds who became a nerd at the end.
Nerd.
Yeah, that guy.
Ogre was it Ogre?
Ogre, yeah. That was him. I swear it was. If it's not, I don't really fucking care because we don't fact check. But
No, we don't.
um, but yeah. All right. So we are transitioning into a segment just because sake of
So
time.
just so you know, Street Fighter One is August 12th, 1987, and Bloodsport was 1988.
Okay. Uh, does anyone actually remember fucking Street Fighter One? No. Street Fighter Two? That's it. But anyway,
Championship edition? The
yeah,
championship edition.
do fucking everything. It doesn't matter. Hi, Duncan.
Indoor Jurgen.
I
Indoor Jurgen.
don't fucking whatever. Fucking Nintendo 64, not Super Nintendo.
I was gonna say, now it's Sega. That
Uh,
was Sega, dude.
uh,
That was
Dude,
Sega.
it's
That was
Sega. It was
all
Super
Sega.
Nintendo. I remember
Mm,
because, uh, yeah, Super Nintendo.
I had it
When I
on
played,
Sega.
I didn't have Sega. Like Sega was like for ghetto kids. No, I'm just
Hey
kidding.
man, hey man,
Uh,
hey, that's
I
racist.
actually didn't have Sega, but Super Nintendo. I didn't have that either.
Would you have?
Kids
Would
on
you
the
have
street
a?
did.
You had a Gamecast?
Bro, I didn't. No, dude, I didn't have any of this shit. My
Hold on. Do you
mom broke
remember?
my
Hold on.
Nintendo
You
when
never
I was
see
in third
Malibu's Most
grade.
Wanted?
No.
You never saw the movie Malibu's Most Wanted with Jamie Kennedy?
Uh-uh.
He's like, "Oh, what you
Uh-uh.
got? A Gamecast?" He's like, "What's?" He's like, "Hold on, man. There's a GameCube. There's Dreamcast." I said, "I got a Gamecast, motherfucker." Like the dude in the hood who kidnapped him. He's like, "Oh, you got that
Okay.
on Gamecast?"
Nah, dude, I haven't seen that movie, but I will now.
God damn it!
Uh, but
TV shows, movies, right?
yeah. All right. So TV shows and movies. So we've been building this up for a
T-
couple of weeks.
Just go TV show first.
Ah, fuck me.
Come on.
Uh,
Have you watched anything TV wise before we get into
uh,
the thick of it, into the shit?
Seinfeld, dude. I've watched Seinfeld's now on fucking Netflix. I watched the
Hold
first
on.
two
Hold
episodes.
the fuck on. Hold the fuck on. Hold. Whoa, 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 whoa,
Whoa,
whoa, wait,
whoa,
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 whoa.
whoa.
Wait a second there, brother. Whoa. Rachel Crustacean there, brother. Whoa, whoa.
From
Whoa.
someone who's never actually watched Seinfeld ever.
I'm
Except
and
for
I
like
know
a
that
couple episodes and clips. And I
I
won't even say episodes, but clips.
never expected Dan to say I watched Seinfeld.
So
What?
I
Hold
watched.
on. Is this from the girl? Did the girl make you do this?
No. This is me.
What? You watching this with the
Just
kids while you're sick?
quick shit before we go to bed. Like it's like 20 minutes, like if that. Bro, did you know Kramer? His name wasn't Kramer until the second episode.
Who gives a
Go
shit? But
back and
okay.
watch the first episode, and when Kramer comes in, it's not Kremlin because Kremlin's the fucking
It's
Russian
Cosmo. It's
government shit.
Cosmo.
No, it's not Cosmo. He calls
They
him
don't.
Kessler. Kessler. He
Okay.
calls him Kessler in the first episode, and then the next episode, the first episode when he comes, like the actual after pilot episode, they change it to Kramer. It's Kessler. I swear to God, I am
Okay,
the only one that caught it.
bro. There's like 1,000 episodes. Who cares?
I
That-
did because I was
That's
like,
not the.
his name's not Kessler. It's Kramer. That's the only one I know. Him and Stanza, whatever the fuck his name,
Did you know that he
Georgie.
called some fucking poor black guy a nigger? Sometimes did you know that? I'm just saying.
Yeah,
If
I
we're,
do. I do know that,
let's say if we're
but that's
dropping
why I
fucking
don't
rank,
like him.
we're dropping
I mean,
Kramer
not that
quotes.
I don't like him because I didn't like him beforehand because I really don't think his character's funny at all. Like,
Yeah,
not
it's
even.
it's a weird thing they added to that show. I don't know if I ever told you. I brought it up. I think on the episode with Corey about how like I watched one of their famous episodes on the news.
Ugh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
No, that
Yeah.
was with me the week before Corey
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I thought it was with Corey.
with
But
the
like,
Puerto Rican flag
yeah, we're
burning
like
or
it was
something.
like a big controversy, but in reality, it was a goof. It
Uh,
was silly. It wasn't really like there wasn't anything fucking newsworthy.
Dude, the
Um,
soup Nazi clips, and then they're real and they're wonderful, or whatever the fuck. Where's that
oh,
chick
the
from
tits.
Desperate Housewives and Lois and Clark, Terry something. Lois and Clark is where I know her from.
Was it? They're real and they're magnificent.
Yeah, it's that girl, but she was in Lois and Clark. She played Lois. Terry Reynolds.
I
I don't
forgot.
fucking care. She was hot as fuck when I used to masturbate to her when I was a kid.
Did you batch?
Uh, I don't think I could yet. Um,
No, sorry. They're real and they're spectacular. That's what it was.
Whatever. It doesn't matter.
I'm
Funny.
sorry. I just,
But you know what's really funny? Like, so, like, watching this back, like, Elaine, like, she's not cute at all. Like, there's nothing in like nothing about her in this first season. Again, we're only like three,
bro,
four episodes in.
bro.
Like,
To me, she is a short Paula Poundstone with larger shoulder pads.
bro, in
Please.
Veep though, she's actually hot.
Yes, she's sexy in fucking Veep. She aged well. Do you know who Paula Poundstone is?
No,
Very old school. If I remember correctly, she's a lesbian comedian. Great comedian. Fucking love her to death. But like,
can
it's
I?
funny to like to try and like embrace or embody the fact that they try to make her like a sex symbol or like, you know what I mean? Like she was supposed to be the hot one on the show. I mean, it
I think
was a show about
what you're
nothing.
talking about.
No, we're talking about
We're still on
Julia Julia,
Seinfeld.
Julia Louis Dreyfus.
Oh, okay, my bad.
That's what I'm saying. The fact like they tried to make she was the female on the show, and
I
like
think
that
she
was
was supposed to be like the average female, not
no,
not
but
the hot one. In Veep,
I
she was the
mean,
hot one.
no, dude. In Seinfeld, they hook up like she's supposed to be like the low key love
I've
interest.
only seen 3 episodes. Whatever.
Yeah, bro.
There's definitely
Sorry.
chemistry there. You
Spoiler
can
alert.
see it, and it's
Spoiler alert. But I
annoying.
mean, it's just funny that like that's it. Anyway, let's move on. We
Wait,
don't.
hold on, hold on.
I was gonna say the world doesn't need more Seinfeld talk. We need to talk about the
I
big
know,
thing.
but we do for 1 second.
Go.
Why the fuck does his shitty comedy? Seinfeld's not funny, by the way, at all. He himself, his jokes, all the shit in the show. In the first like season so far, they cut away to him like doing his stand up throughout it. It's fucking horrible. It's not funny. Not one point does he have in that. Like I know that like comics always like, what's the deal with airplane food? Like, but like that's the like none of his shit has been funny. And like actually it's like the cringiest shit like ever. And I told Nicole tonight, I'm like, if this shit continues on, we're just gonna skip like 2 or 3 seasons because like it's cringy as fuck. And like I don't understand how this show like 3 episodes in, I don't understand how this show
I
was ever
listen, Dan,
fucking popular
Dan,
because it's
Dan,
not funny.
Dan. I it gets better, but it doesn't. Is all I'm gonna tell you. I'm not gonna let you keep ranting on about it because I understand.
We're gonna end up watching the whole fucking thing, and I'm gonna be
Yeah,
pissed.
yeah.
That's
I
not
just
cool. Every week now is gonna be an update about Seinfeld.
you're gonna you're gonna. Oh, bow, bow, bow. Dan hasn't even gotten, I think, to the real music yet.
No, it is.
You've watched 3 or 4
It's like
episodes.
iconic. It's
You
the
have no
music is
idea
iconic. It
you
was
have
there
no
in the
idea what's
pilot.
ahead of you, dude. You have no idea what's ahead of you, and it's funny to me to just envision you going through something I've went through 15, 20 years ago. Like
Well,
go through you're gonna be
again, so whenever we talk about what we watch from now on, it's gonna be Seinfeld for a minute.
yeah,
But
that'll probably be a
I
thing for a
also
little bit.
say uh, that I did watch some comedy. Netflix had Bill Burr present
Ooh,
um,
I haven't
a
watched it yet.
bunch of fucking comedians like Michelle Wolf. Uh,
Did you like her?
yeah, dude, I loved it. I
No?
watched the
You like
whole.
Michelle Wolf?
I love Michelle Wolf. I think she's very funny. But not only her, but like fuck, I forgot this bitch's name that's in it. Watch it. Please watch it. There's a girl that comes out in like almost like a black leather like suitish thing, and
She
she's like
Asian?
awkward as No. I think she's Jewish, but
Oops.
she's very awkward and everything, and like she's very sexual humor.
It's on
But she
Netflix.
mentioned, yeah, it's on Netflix. It's real. It's
I got it.
Netflix.
I'm
The
on it.
joke. Bill Burr. Blah 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 blah. I think she's the third
Presents Friends
person
Who
in.
Kill.
Yeah, she's the third person in. Ian Edwards, by the way, is also in it. And no offense to Ian Edwards, like
So
Ian Edwards
it's
is super
I
funny.
believe Dan's talking about Steph Tolev.
Yes. All right. She's funny as fuck, but she also mentions Grand Rapids, Michigan. All right, like that's like right down the street from me. Not really. It's like, but it's right there. It's
It's
like
like
if you
45 minutes
say there's
away,
a hometown,
plus a plane
right?
ride from there.
That's like the biggest whatever. But like that, she mentions Grand Rapids, Michigan, and the way she does it is fucking hilarious. Um, you guys need to really fucking check that out just for her. Like fuck everybody else. Ian Edwards is in it. Uh, and honestly, like Ian Edwards is super fucking funny, but not in this, not in this special. But bumping mics showed up, which would be David Tell and Jeff Ross, and they fucking killed. Like honestly, like Comedians Who Kill or whatever the name of that thing is on Netflix. You guys need to check it out. Michelle Wolf is not necessarily like a feminist. She is a feminist, like comedian, but like I found it fucking funny. I think majority of people will. Um, and I'm not a fucking feminist. I mean, I am to a degree, but like not with like the whole like women hating men movement. Like that's kind of what it seems like that is now. But yeah, really, you guys need to check that shit out. It was so fucking funny.
Uh,
Um, I
let's
also oh god,
want to
I
do
back.
you want to transition? Do you want to move off of this? Let's get into the thick of
I
it.
want to know what you watched this week.
Um, Nothing more than out of my average. That's right. We're gonna save podcasts for last. TV shows and movies. I in preparation, just because I have to watch this. I rewatched Top Gun. I rewatched the original Top Gun because I'm watching the new one because I'm a sucker for that shit. I'm a
One
sucker
of the
for.
greatest movies of the '80s, late '80s, early '90s.
I think it was early
The
'90s.
best Tom Cruise movie by far.
Huh.
Best Val Kilmer movie by far.
Yep.
Uh, they're like they're actually like so many big name actors, and then like, but those are the two I remember the most. Meg Ryan, was it Meg Ryan that plays Goose's wife?
1986. Top bill cast: Tom Cruise, Tim Robbins, Kelly McGillis, Val Kilmer, Tom Skerritt, Michael Ironside. Yeah, there's some.
Ironside's the guy who plays the traffic
Meg
controller.
Ryan's in it. Yeah, Meg Ryan. You nailed that one. Hell yeah. So just I it's been a while since I've
Meg
seen.
Ryan, by the way, is hot as fuck in that movie.
Yeah,
Goose's
she
wife,
is.
take
Yeah.
me to bed or leave me forever. Show me the way home, honey. Like, come on, dude.
Did you
Like you
watch
get
it? You
hard
haven't watched
thinking
it yet,
about
right?
that. Not the new one, but
No,
dude,
I was gonna say you've got a couple movies to catch up with, especially with the fam. So I know you're not. I'm looking forward to the Minions movie. By the way, I'm
mm,
because I know you're
you know,
gonna
a
have to
movie
watch it.
I'm really, really looking forward to. And I think we're gonna watch it tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday. Uh, Dog. It's just called Dog with Channing Tatum.
Okay.
Or I
Oh, yeah. It's like him and his dog, right?
well, it was like his. He's a army ranger, and the dog belonged to his brother. I'm not. There's like
Yeah.
a like,
That's all.
whatever.
Like I said, it's him and his dog. That's all I know.
That's all I know, and the trailer looks really good. Dude, I get emotional in the trailer.
Faggot.
Like,
Huh?
yeah, I'm fine with that
Yeah,
because we're
That's
dog lovers.
that's
And
figure.
if
Figure.
you watched it, you would cry too, and then we would definitely cry. And definitely a family movie. It's gonna be a good, hopefully good. I've liked most of
Channing Tatum's a great fucking actor.
his movies.
But let's
So,
get into bad acting.
oh shit.
We
Oh wait. Uh, oh fuck me. We're getting into this. All right,
yeah.
let's do it. Yeah, let's get it
Um,
over
I,
with.
I I assume Stephanie's with us right now, and I apologize for not being able to organize the viewing party that I wanted to for this, but
A lot of shit happened the
a lot of
weekend.
shit happened.
Dude,
Dan,
I was super super sick.
yeah, and I
Um,
and I was dealing with I wasn't the host of the party. I was at where we were gonna show. I was gonna show
but
the the movie
well,
in this backyard on a projection screen at the same time simulcast it for Dan and for
but
Stephanie.
Steph also had plans that came
Yeah,
in randomly. Like
yeah,
it was like a shit show for trying,
yeah.
literally a shit show for a Shakespeare shit
It
show.
might have been. It might have also been Shakespeare's shitstorm. Let's get into it. We are really, really, really big movie buffs, Dan and I. That's we I skipped over that subject earlier. Dan doesn't know how to drink.
I'm
Ah,
sorry, I'm fucking
yeah.
choking my
I,
beer.
I remember my first beer. Um, but yeah. So like, actually, that's what I brought that up earlier. Didn't finish the thought of I had to stop collecting all movies because my DVD collection was probably around 400 or 500, and then when Blu-ray came around, I'm like, oh shit, I'm about to have to rebuy all the fucking movies I have, and then and then all the new ones that are coming out. So I just stopped. But yeah, I forgot where the transition I was going for with that
Oh
was.
my god.
But
Well, it definitely wasn't the great 4K movies.
no, sweet, oh, sweet, cool. I
Yeah,
think I just saved the
you
show.
made me. I haven't
Um,
choked that bad
so
on a beer in a long time.
yeah,
Thank you.
Dan and I are huge movie buffs. We will watch just about anything. Dan has his things that he just will never watch. I have my things I will never watch. Um, but we had the great Zach Amico on. I want to say about a month ago, 3 weeks ago. And it was a great episode. That was one of our longest episodes, and it was just naturally long, almost just like this one where we're running a little longer than usual. And but it just felt natural. So it was one of those things where you just couldn't let it go. And in the move on the episode, I busted his balls about like we want to see the new trauma film Shakespeare Shitstorm because it hasn't been released on DVD, no VHSs, whoever has VHSs, no digital copies. You can't buy it anywhere. You can only see it at private screenings. Like you have to buy a ticket, and they fucking show this movie at Cannes in Cannes Film Festival in fucking France. And just can't get it. So I busted his balls about it, and he was like, you know what? I'll give you guys a copy so you can watch it for the sake of journalism. We again are huge movie buffs. Zach is a friend of mine for about 12, 11 years now. And he trusted me with this. So Dan and I watched it. Or excuse me, I should say I watched it twice almost. I got through about one and three quarter views. Dan's gonna have a more opinionated, harder opinion towards the movie, so I'm gonna let him go first. The movie's called Shakespeare's Shitstorm. It is Troma's rendition of Shakespeare's The Tempest. and is a very, very,
Very loosely tied to Shakespeare's The
yeah,
Tempest.
very loosely. That's
Very loose. They very loose. Like William Shakespeare shows up in the movie.
there, and
I
there's some family betrayal. I that's
A lot of it. All right, so like I will get into this. You gave me the floor first. I have to go into it and have to say, trauma films, all right, are known for like their D plus movies, D plus movies. All right, and not and like, and it's not a D plus movie because they suck. They're D plus movie because I mean, well, the acting's never great, but Um, there's a lot of fun stuff that happens, and um, honestly, like
Dan, you got to be more descriptive because
I know I'm
no.
trying to not. I
So
don't.
so like so
I won't shit on this movie. Like right,
What Dan is
literally,
trying to say is there's so Trauma Films is a film company out of Brooklyn, New York. They've been around, I believe, since the late '80s, early '90s, and they are known for their silliness. It's if if Mel Brooks, who directed Blazing Saddles, Young Frankenstein,
Mel
if
Brooks meets any horror movie meets any fucking other kind of genre. All
yeah,
right. So Trauma Films is most known for the Toxic Avenger. That's their most famous stuff. It created a cartoon that was a favorite when I was a kid. The movie is still like I love that fucking movie. Uh, uh, this one I gave it my best go sober. Um, Keyword sober here. I made it in about a half hour before I just turned off. The acting in it is pretty horrible, and like it's not like a dig on anyone. Like it at the same time, it's horrible, but you know it's supposed to be, and it's so over the top, and you know it's supposed to be. Uh, there's gratuitous nudity and only some you actually want to see. And
he
but
said he
that
said this in
also
the preamble.
like it doesn't like all that shit. Like most of that shit doesn't make sense, right? And but that's fine. And it is like honestly like it is really funny. Like there's lots of parts that are really funny, and but you got to be in the right mindset for it. Um, and sober's not the mindset. But um, not really. Like, I mean, you can be. It's still funny. I was sober. I found a lot of really parts really funny. But damn it, dude. Like, I made it about a half hour, 45 minutes in. I had to turn it off. Because the old lady was not into it at all, and it's almost like this is like so if you're like raised super conservative, right? Super conservative your whole life. And the very first scary movie comes out. And you go into the movie theater to watch the very first scary movie with a bunch of really conservative Christian people that don't understand dick jokes and boobs and all that other shit. That's what this is. And like yeah, like it's there again, there's a lot of really funny parts, but you can't take it like as super serious, and they try to portray it as super serious to a degree. I will finish this movie tomorrow, I promise.
So,
But
all right, can I take over?
Yeah, please. This is like it's so hard to explain this movie without giving away parts.
Yeah.
It's
There's going. This movie is going to be one of the most offensive movies you've ever seen. It starts off with something so heinous and disgusting you would have never expected it. And then it's followed up by a bunch of just delicious mockery of today's culture. It is
most of the movie is that, by the
yes,
way, in my opinion.
it is just if you are not happy with the way most of today's pop culture and modern culture and youth are behaving, prepare to have a nice loaf of Italian bread and some of the most freshest olive oil you've ever had in your life to dab on it. With some of also some of the freshest garlic and top, because we're fatties. Um, the movie has its huge references to Shakespeare, but they're just hints. They're just notes. They are just like, hey,
They're very,
hey,
very, very obvious.
yeah, just like, hey, don't forget. Remember, this is Shakespeare. It's fucking.
There's quick dialogue of
It's great.
Shakespeare dialogue where you got to figure out exactly what the fuck is
It's
going on.
fucking great. If you have like an eighth grade education, you'll catch all the references. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I agree with that.
The movie in all was terrible.
Absolutely, but
the
like,
movie
sorry.
was one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life. But I've already seen it twice, and I'm gonna watch it 2 or 3 more times in the next month. Like
I am gonna finish it.
this is
It was shit, but it was fun.
Dan and I, we always talk about this on the show that we try not to discuss too much before the show about what we're going to talk on the show. And we had a little conversation about this, and Dan said what he said. He repeated what he said pre-show, and I'm going to say repeat what I said to him pre-show was that it's so bad it circles around to become good again. It is. It is.
That that genre of it's so fucking bad, it's good.
So bad. It's so bad, and I loved every minute of it. Like,
It is fucking terrible.
like.
Cringy.
Well, sure. Hold on. I'm gonna give a spoiler. There's a blind, slutty daughter. I'm not. That's all.
The blind slutty daughter. Yes. She, by the way, amazing. Honestly, like her, like she's amazing.
Yep. And
she
we get
plays a blind
yes.
person
I
amazing. Like
we're moving.
amazing.
Thank you. Moving on to podcasts because we got to wrap up. We're at an hour and a half,
I
bro.
know, but like, God
We have 2
damn,
episodes.
there's
We
so
have
much to break down
two,
on that. But yes,
2 episodes
it's
of
fine.
Dudesy. Let's wrap it up. 10 minutes. Let's go. So we had
Oh,
2 episodes of
dude.
Dudesy. Last week was the fucking Florida episode where Will Sasso had to enter the metaverse because he was on location in fucking in Florida filming a
He had a
movie.
very long neck.
No, a
A very long neck.
giant ass head.
Why
Why
he
is
looked
my
like Stone Cold Steve Austin. It was fucking amazing. God damn, was it was a fucking fun episode. But like I don't want to spend too much time on last week's because
this week?
this week's episode,
No, but last week was
holy
so
shit.
no, but hold on, come on, dude. Will I feel like had a full on? He had a meltdown this week, but he had a full on meltdown last week over just like I'm skipping to the end of the
Over his
episode.
emoji head thing.
Yeah, no, but dude, Sia,
Yeah.
like
Yeah, the
just
metaverse for
the
Ducia.
yeah the Will.
And he
So
didn't think it was a good
so
idea.
sorry,
Yeah, dude.
for
Oh, oh,
anybody.
oh, oh,
Hold on there, brother.
oh.
So, so for those who don't know, Dude C is a podcast that Dan and I are huge fans of. That but Ducey is starring Will Sasso for Mad TV and many other movies and TV shows. And Chad Kultgen, who is an author, a writer. He does like all sorts of crazy shit. And
By the way, we're not just fans; we're fucking mega fans at this point.
yeah,
It's like
we're Rachel Crustacean brother. And yeah, so it's a podcast that we like that is actually run and produced and organized, dictated by an AI, the first podcast ever. And like it's
with the in-game goal is every episode is better than the last.
yeah, like literally they are great. They are graded every episode. They like have to achieve a score. They get homework sometimes. But
And
yeah, so that's
the score, by the way,
doesn't matter. Doesn't
Dudesy
matter.
broke it down one time, but it still made no sense.
No, doesn't matter. That's
But
one of my favorite things that Will does is when when
he
dudes
gives
he's
a
like,
score.
you have achieved a score of 74. And he's like, doesn't matter.
Fuck?
Yeah, doesn't matter.
He's
He
like,
literally
what
says, he goes, doesn't matter.
I fucking love it, dude.
So yeah,
Goddamn,
so
that is the best goddamn podcast.
last week was hilarious because Will was ready to just zoom in for the episode, and apparently Dudesy just decided to do one of these like filter things where when it showed Will's body, but it was a cartoon face of Will Sasso, but it was literally like this big on my size body.
That he had like the longest neck possible. Like it was so fucking funny.
So
And
I
dude,
figured it out. Really, it was because like it was just compensating for the microphone. So like
right?
it still had the body of Will normally in the studio next to
Yeah.
Chad, but like it was overcompensating because like like the mic would be here, and then it was just like whoa,
Yeah. Oh, dude.
hold on there,
Damn it,
bro.
dude.
Whoa, 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 hold on there,
Funniest
brother. Whoa.
best podcast out there right now.
I'm sorry.
Please check out, dude.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm probably annoying a lot of people.
You gotta check it out because this is
So
all
okay,
shit. Like this
and,
whole
and
podcast is gonna be about this.
yeah, and we're trying to wrap this up. What's do you remember anything else about last week's episode you wanted to bring up?
No, I don't. I want to
was
go
the
to
big
this one because
that
this
was the
week's
big
was
one.
a
Yeah,
million times better.
this week, fucking Dudesy pulled a fucking knuckleball, not even a curveball. This motherfucker said
They're the craziest fucking knuckleball you've ever seen in your life.
because again, this show is just like what Will likes to call two dudes just shitting around, where it's just like they're just like he feels like the best podcast is going to be just two guys just shooting the shit, which is what we would try to do here, and like just record it, and hopefully the fucking best shit comes out because there are two dudes just shitting around. Yeah, and Dudesy unfortunately has promised and over the past 4 or 5 episodes that he's going to make sure he says next episode will be better. Yeah, next week's episode will be better. And it's just like how? And then
You're gonna have an astonishing whatever.
Yeah, I mean, like
word.
Will Sasso, you will tell us about your astonishing obsession with the WWE or whatever. It's always something along those lines. And this week, Dudesy was just like, this segment, I forgot the name of the segment. Do you remember?
I don't know either, but it didn't matter because the guest, like they had a guest.
Yeah,
but you expected it to be an AI thing. You expected it.
Everybody expected that this podcast was just going to be Will Sasso and Chad Kultgen, just two dudes just fucking digging around. But all of a sudden, Dudesy said, "Hey, so this next segment, because this is what he does, is Dudesy, she, whatever. I hate trying to do this.
I know, dude.
But
gendering
it's an AI. So Dudesy again dictates what this show does. Decided to be like, hey, what you're going to do in this next segment is review this info I've given you about Neil deGrasse Tyson's latest book. Neil deGrasse Tyson, famous fucking astrophysicist from New York City, is the director of the New York City fucking planetarium. One of
Bill Nye, the science guy.
yeah, one of the brilliantest minds of our fucking generation. So
The only
Dude's like,
person who can explain
yeah,
science to a point where a retard like me can understand.
yeah, you know. But the best part is last week we were talking about wrestling figurines.
Yeah.
So we went from talking about wrestling figurines last week to, hey, let's talk about Neil deGrasse Tyson's new book. But then also, Ducey does say this, but like, I don't know if a lot of people caught on it. He said, we are discussing Neil deGrasse Tyson's new book with Neil deGrasse Tyson. And then Chad and Will are look at each other like, wait, what? Okay, I'm like, I guess we got a new thing. They have a laptops and they pull out their laptops and they go and like, all right, they have like a new Ducey folder where Ducey, I guess the AI deposits new information pertaining to the show notes that's going on, you know, probably as they happen. I don't know how that shit works. But like all of a sudden they have notes about, oh shit, oh cool, we're going to talk about, you know, Neil deGrasse Tyson's new book, whatever, and you know, Chad is like, yeah, how the hell are we going to talk to Neil deGrasse Tyson? Like, and Will goes, yeah, well, I guess we got to bring it up. It's all about our imaginations, you know. That's just us doing this thing here, right? Isn't that right? And then Neil deGrasse Tyson pops up
Shows up on the screen.
on the fucking screen. Neil deGrasse Tyson popped up on the fucking screen. And I was just like, okay, cool. They probably got like some cameo thing.
Yeah, I thought this 100% was
It's going to be
AI.
some cameo thing where they're going to just like, you know, it's going to be some scripted questions. No. Neil deGrasse fucking Tyson was on fucking Ducey yesterday. Yesterday,
but whatever. Whenever you listen to it. It didn't matter because it was fucking amazing. That whole segment was, dude, it blew my fucking mind.
I felt like
funny as fuck.
I was going through all the emotions that Will was going through. Will Sasso, like Chad Colchin immediately went into host mode. Chad fucking got so professional.
So smart.
He was like, oh shit, Neil deGrasse Tyson's on my fucking screen. I have Neil deGrasse Tyson's fucking info and book notes on my fucking screen. Got this. And Will Sasso just sat there like,
and then,
sorry guys, watch it. Make sure you guys watch the video version of this on YouTube because
watch it.
He was just his face was just like, do you remember the part where Chad tried to say something and Will was just like,
yeah, and he snapped him out of it to bring up some shit about.
No, he was just like,
trying to the Undertaker.
Yeah, well, yeah, dude, that was fun. Sorry, go ahead. Yeah,
fucking hell, dude. Like,
so Will,
I don't want to waste it because I want people to watch it because
you
guys.
Yeah, there's nothing gonna fucking compare to what he actually did. So like Will being in awestruck, and also just being an uncomfortable motherfucker, Will could only interject to Neil deGrasse's
wheelhouse.
Yeah, Neil deGrasse's, brilliance. He's talking like Chad's bringing up aliens. He's bringing up all sorts of shit. Yeah, like Chad Wilson, bro. Like like it's but Will Sasso could only
Mick Foley's bubble butt hitting the table.
Yeah. Literally, it at one point turns to a conversation about how WWE Neil deGrasse Tyson starts breaking down in physics how WWE wrestlers survive falls. Like I'm not gonna
God
give
damn
the
it.
details of how he says it, but he breaks it down in a way you're just like,
It is the
oh,
funniest fucking thing ever. You should, and watching Neil deGrasse Tyson, like you could see his mind, like getting the information. You could see his face. He's like, "What the fuck?" Turn. All right, yeah, I got it. Like it is so fucking funny. God damn it!
no,
If you
he's
have
in
not checked out Dudesy, you need to fucking check it out now. This is
Neil deGrasse
ridiculous.
Tyson is I think he's now a new wrestling fan. I think
He's a
he's
fucking
in.
god. That's who he is. He's a god. He's a
Hey,
fucking
¿cómo está
Marvel
ahí?
character.
Hey, Lobo. Perché strada
But
portoghese? Come stai? Hey, I'm
we
a
are
good. I had a
definitely in
tomato
our longest
sandwich earlier.
episode for this is our
Did we just break
longest.
our own record, just you and me?
Yeah, and but we had great conversations. Whole shit. Fuck, we didn't even need to bring up Dudesy. We were gonna still keep going, but we had to. But I think that we're gonna talk more Dudesy, like this week's episode of Dudesy, more next week when we have our
Probably.
podcast. We have to
Yeah, there's
because we didn't talk half about what we should have on it. But if you again, Dudesy, please check that motherfucker out. It is the best podcast on the internet right now. It's
next
one of
to
those.
ours. Next to ours.
Yes, next to ours. But it's not one of those like you don't have to watch on YouTube, but you fucking should. All right. Check it out, please. And again, we always end this podcast. I'm doing it for Renee, who's paying attention to the dog. But
I'm
we always
paying
end this
attention. I'm
podcast
listening.
by but we ask
All
one
right,
thing
all
of
right. So Dan,
everyone.
I got it, Dan. Dan. So what Dan's trying to say is we appreciate you guys who tune in every week. We really, really fucking do. I would really like for those of you who tune in all the time to just comment a little more, please. Engagement really goes a long way on all the platforms, whether you're watching on YouTube or Facebook. Comments, likes, subscribes, please share with a friend. But the one main thing we always ask of all of our fucking followers, tell somebody you love them. Tomorrow is never promised. Dan and I, we choose lifestyles that unfortunately uh, result in a lot of loss. And Memorial Day was a couple weekends ago. So, RIP to all our homies we lost. That was their day. That was their day. And, you know, we miss them. We miss those who lost them, who were closer to them. So, Dan, I love you.
I love you too, buddy.
We love all of you tuning in every fucking week. I got to go walk this dog. Actually, I got to go get him some fucking dog food. I was happy we closed.
Be
We
good.
started. All right, guys.
We'll see you
Did you
next week.
guys know that JFK was